Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 780 of Geeks in Space, the oldest podcast in the internet. I'm Rob Commander Taco Malta, and I am here today, unsurprisingly, with Chris DeBona.
Hello.
And Rob Roseboom. Uh-oh.
Hi.
I have to admit, Bard does a better job this time than ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Let's see if I can make... There we go. Haha, we're on the screen. Oh, neat. I'm,
Do you see the thing about Locker Gnome?
No, look at what I somehow managed to make be my my image here. I'm the screenshot of the window instead of me.
Look at this nonsense. I can't even spell my name right.
I'm sorry.
Commander Taco Malda.
Yeah.
Rob Commander Taco Malda. Rob Roseboom, you have an S now.
They came close.
Yeah.
Came close.
Sure.
And that was the original spelling of my name until we figured out we wouldn't get run out of town and burned if we just changed that to a Z.
Nice.
Yeah.
Racism is weird.
Yeah. So I think the Bard Geeks in Space review is probably a little better than the ChatGPT. ChatGPT is trying too hard, you know? So also ChatGPT thinks that you worked for Locker Gnome.
I gave a talk at a Locker Gnome conference in 2004, and that's where they're getting that.
I did too. God, that was a long time ago.
Well, it thinks that made
Chris
you
Burlow even still alive.
Strategist.
That's
Chief
right.
Strategist, yeah. You're very strategic.
I'm a strategist at Locker Gnome?
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Good for me.
Yeah.
Did that
Not
come
just
with a paycheck?
A1, not A1, the head. Head.
Yeah, you have a head.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, did you email? Oh, I guess, did you email Shayna and stuff?
We're streaming.
That stuff we talked about.
Chris, we're streaming live.
I know we are.
All right.
It's okay.
I have not.
Okay, make sure you do.
And doing
right,
this.
Otherwise I'll...
Yeah, I will.
And Rob. All right, let's do this.
All right, let's do this now. Right. We've got...
Okay, first of all, I want to say... oh, boy, we have a lot of stuff.
We got a lot of stuff.
Okay.
We got to get this going. The trailer for Asteroid City is like my jam. Just to be
charming.
Clear.
It's extremely Wes Anderson.
It is all the Wes Anderson. I love the color palette thing they're doing there. Look at the stacked list of actors in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and like the fake looking rocks and stuff in the background. And they're setting this all up in some sort of Cold War nuclear test site. I mean,
yeah.
These are all of my jams. Look at that domed building in the background.
Look at this. Look at the satellite dishes.
Yeah. Oh, satellite
and an
dishes.
Observatory. God,
it's a Chris movie.
I mean, everything is considered. I mean, this is perfect parallax, from this view, and
God. Those center frame shots.
Meteoric space, or
oh yeah,
now considered a rogue pygmy cometet.
I am. I like Wes Anderson a lot.
Long thought to be the lunar splinter fragmented from the lesser moon of the hypothetical planet Magnavox 27. Everything is thoughtful,
I've been showing my kid horror movies because I know he's not yet ready for Wes Anderson. But someday I'm going to show him the Royal Tenenbaums. And I think he's going to freak out. I think he's going to like it because it's so weird.
Yeah, it's Rushmore for me. It has to.
Rushmore's good.
I understand that it's not as stylized as a lot of his, but
I think it's a better movie. I'm just thinking to show my kid.
Yeah.
Rushmore is better, but I think
not exactly like
it's got more style.
I wish I could go through the photos that we scanned when my dad died with you guys. And,
they look like this.
I don't know. I want to stream that. But yeah, a lot of them are basically like these fashions, these colors. Like I've got a picture of my grandmother wearing those like pointy glasses when she was visiting my dad at Cape Canaveral at the time. And I'm just like, boy, Wes Anderson. Was Wes Anderson secretly me? Like I was born in Las Vegas when my dad worked at the test site, and I'm seeing all these like This is weird.
Well, this is pushing all
Damn
my
weird.
buttons. All my buttons are pushed.
For reals.
Asteroid City,
UFO.
Doomsday. Come on, this is all my things that I want.
Yeah.
All
Plus
right.
some.
We have discovered apparently an ultramassive black hole.
Did
It
Muse do
is
the soundtrack for it?
it is
Or
known as your mom.
your mom?
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. You know she's dead,
Nice.
right?
Yeah, mine
Way,
too. Thanks.
way to
Thanks, Rob.
bring us down, Rob.
Way to bring us down, Rob.
Way to bring us down, Rob.
Was it Muse? Was it Muse who did that? Or no? Song? Ultramassive?
So yeah,
Supermassive black hole, yeah.
this black
It's a
hole is
great
like
song.
bigger than galaxies, and they don't know how it can be.
Yeah.
So cool. I
As
think
if we
that
haven't figured it all out yet.
you remember the bad guy in the Fifth Element, that big like death thing that's coming for Earth. Maybe this is it.
Yeah. Supermassive.
We're gonna need some love to defeat it.
Yeah. That's the fifth element, you know. Love.
That is the Fifth Element.
Multipass.
Oh,
All right.
Lead the Dallas multipass.
Okay, I love the idea of trained pigeons.
Oh yeah, we got meth pigeons.
Trained meth pigeon smugglers.
if I remember correctly, this is the second time that particular prison
Pigeon
they've
was
caught a
found.
pigeon.
Abbotsford. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I've driven through there. That's near the Washington State border, near Sumas. So yeah.
I like the idea that
I like that. Look at this jaunty fella with his backpack.
with his fashionable
Right?
backpack.
He's like, hey, you might notice that I'm wearing a backpack. It's made by
Right.
That's right. Fashionable pigeon store.
Inmate 417.
Inmate 417. You know, the fashionable pigeon.
I would assume, I guess, that somebody on the outside made the backpack. But I guess I don't know.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
maybe,
probably
maybe.
true. That's true. But I mean, you know, it's important that prisoners, especially in Canada, get on the job training, OJT, you know, so that they can come out of prison with skills in making pigeon
Mhm.
backpacks.
All right.
Um,
I think that this is mostly just about
not
getting access to
and,
meth.
and not just backpacks, but all active wear, really. For
Really,
pigeons.
all
For
drug
pigeons.
smuggling active wear for
Yeah,
pigeons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think
Bite.
that they would train like other raptors, like owls? I mean, they're pretty smart, you know? Or would
Yeah.
they not want that and like rip it off? And then suddenly you have meth addicted. Oh, we've
Just
had
seems
cocaine bear, meth eagles.
Meth
Meth
eagle.
eagles.
That's
Yeah.
the next one.
Meth eagle.
Like
All
it
right.
starts out with like just mutilated salmon all over the road, and they're like, "Who could
What's
have
happened?
mutilated all these fish?"
Yeah.
And you find
Someone who really
one
hates
feather,
fish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
one feather
And
stuck in
then
a salmon.
long in the distance they hear the most American of eagle screeches. Or whatever.
Guns.
Guns. Yeah. Okay.
I think it's we've
I
had a
don't
lot of
want to.
stories.
I don't want to hop on the cocaine bear train the way that we're going to see from the asylum and these other guys,
Yeah, we
meth
are.
gator and the rest. But I do admit, meth pigeon sounds like a pretty good
Maybe
comic.
that was actually the original subtitle for Hitchcock's The Birds.
Yep.
Meth
Crime,
pigeons.
crime,
Hippie Hedron.
crime has come home to roost.
Oh,
Just a working title, maybe.
oh,
There you go.
oh.
Oh, that's good.
Minus
That's really
3.
good.
Yeah.
Well done.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to I think Dolly should be where we get that one.
All right. Well, I got some bad news for you. I don't know if you were planning on promoting Fractured Veil at E3, but guys, you can't.
You know, whenever I hear about these big conferences getting canceled, I'm like, good, because they're so not worth it. They're just
Well,
big, dumb, expensive parties that
we're
don't sell
down.
more copies, baby.
We're down. What, 4 people this week who got COVID?
Yeah.
From the
From
conferences.
GDC.
So,
Oh my gosh, yeah, GDC was like COVID Central. So,
Cool.
all right.
Yeah, I mean, I've logged my fair share of time at conferences, and they're the worst. They give you so little, and I feel no pity for E3.
Rob, was it what was the slogan? What comes home to roost?
crimes come home to roost. I mean, we could use terror, but I feel
Yeah.
like crime fits more because
I think
you know
crime's
it's
better.
just cocaine pigeon. It's
Yeah.
not like homicidal cocaine
Looks like
pigeon.
this request may not follow our content policy. What?
What?
How about the mether of all pigeon stories? Nope, but I like it.
Mm.
I like using the word mether.
I do
Movie
like the idea of having a a a person in it named Beth Amphetamine. I just gotta tell you.
Beth amphetamine. Beth.
Yeah. Yeah. She raises the meth pigeons.
Oh yeah, she's the birder.
Here, I
Yeah.
changed meth to Beth to see if it'll give me
Mm.
a movie poster for Beth Pigeon with the slogan "Crime Comes Home to Roost." The server is currently overloaded with requests.
Too many meth pigeons competing for cycles.
Yeah, that's true. I'll just wait. I'll wait a little bit.
It'll happen eventually. Since you're playing with the AI, I guess we can talk about Samsung's creepy AI adding teeth to baby photos.
Where's the baby photo teeth?
Yeah. I have to see the
Here
baby petite
we,
pictures.
and here we go. They're gonna swipe left. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's see.
What is going on?
Jesus. Remember when the internet was good?
Not really. No.
Oh.
Here we go. Ready?
Teeth.
Oh, never
Creepy
mind.
teeth. That's not as creepy as you want it to be. It's turning tongues into
Yeah.
teeth.
I
I'm
mean,
looking.
I think more the focus on the snot is grossing me out more than anything else.
Well, that's what the intended purpose of the tool is, right? To erase snot and stuff from
No, it's
baby
not.
photos. Oh.
See what I did
There's other
What is-
examples if you go through there. It's creepy.
What do you think the tool looks like on the list that you select to get rid of snot on your images?
there?
Is it just like a little Kleenex or something?
A little Kleenex desnotifier?
Yeah.
No, it's an exclamation point because that's the not
Mm.
operator, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Not that.
S exclamation point.
Not that. So Scott Pilgrim is going to get an anime series, and they're going to get they've got the whole cast back.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen better.
Wow, that's our poster for Meth Pigeon. That's going to be a hard sell to the producers.
Matek of promon on come bumie.
Did you have this set to Temple of Doom
Right?
speak
Feels like it.
or English?
I like where they're going with this one here. This is okay. But it's still in Temple of Doom. Kalima. Pen presem kone bartonjan. Kalima. Oh, sorry. I'll stop.
Yeah.
Come back to us, Chris. We're here.
You should have sampled that. Kalima. All right.
I'm excited about that.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
Scott
right.
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim's come back as anime.
Yeah. That movie has become very popular in my house because both of my kids really like it. And so that movie I've seen that movie a lot. And I don't regret it. I think that's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
And they had a stacked cast for that movie.
Pilgrim. I mean, it was a hell of a cast when they came out.
Yeah. Well, and the weird thing is that it was a hell of a cast, but it only got everybody on that list got bigger, really.
Oh yeah. Well, most of them.
All right, most of them. But come on, I mean,
whatever happened to Knives, man?
I guess I don't know what happened to Knives.
And what will Jason Schwartzman do when there's no more Wes Anderson movies to begin?
Yeah, really, it's
right?
true. Allison Pill, Aubrey Plaza, Brandon Roth. That's right. He was the super vegetarian, right?
Yep, the vegan. I'm
the
a little
power of
7
veganness.
vegan. Wait, chicken's not vegan? That was where they had the vegan police teleport through time or whatever to fight him to take his powers. I don't know. I think that movie is and
it's a jewel.
It's one of the first movies that I thought actually got video game stuff and put it into the movie in a way that didn't feel dumb to me. He gets free guys and there's little graphics and sound effects and gamer references, but 80s gamer references really. Man.
I don't know. Do you watch Succession? Kieran Culkin in Succession.
I watched the first season.
Freaking good.
He is That's a great performance, but that show stresses me out.
Oh, it does, yeah. It
Yeah.
reminds you too much of your day-to-day life.
No, but it reminds me too much of past life, where I
Gotcha.
had to deal with buttheads.
Buttheads?
Not like now. I just deal with you guys and occasional meth pigeons.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
everybody has a story about their about some high school principal screwing something up, right?
Woof.
But this one's a doozy. This lady in Florida.
She fell
I
for the Musk crypto scammers.
I I just want to. It's too bad. I wish we could play just the clip of her saying, "I'm not stupid." It tickles my heart so much to hear her say that when she believed she was talking to Elon Musk personally, and he directed her to send him $100,000
Yep, Elon
to
Musk.
him personally, not his people.
Yeah,
None of that stuff. Yeah, just send me 100 grand, and yeah, yeah.
it's
Wow, wow.
and I actually looked up how old she was because if she was, like 68 or
Oh, you can see,
something, yeah, she's
can
no, she's
see.
like 53 or something.
Hmm.
Like you don't get to make that excuse. Like I was fooled by the technology and like have any sympathy if you're 53. If you're 75, I might like have a little sympathy because I deal with that sort of thing a little bit more. I guess old people getting
Yeah.
duped by things on the internet.
Yeah.
But
I bad for her, but when the poll quote is, "I'm a very smart, educated person."
Just kidding.
yeah,
Yes.
Yes, it makes perfect sense that a smart, educated person would send $100,000 to the world's richest man personally. Yeah. Via gift card from Best Buy, is that how
Yeah.
you did it? I
yep,
mean,
yep. I had to drive down there. But I had to buy them. I could only get $500 cards, so I had to get 200 of
oh,
them.
you know my love of Kit
Yeah.
Boga
Yeah,
and these, scam baiters. Oh,
I love Kit Boga.
he's so good.
I watch that guy whenever I'm subscribed.
Yeah.
Whenever he puts something
Yeah,
new, when I
totally.
watch them all now. Um,
Do you know who we're talking about, Rob Roseman?
I do.
Yeah.
I enjoy playing with the scammers too.
yeah, but you do it like
My
you do it first
wife,
person.
she's got a streak in her. Whenever we get the pig butchering scams on our text, she's like, "Oh, let me do it. Let me do it." I don't, she can go from like 0 to them telling her uh horrific things about her mother and like I'm like, "How do you piss people off that fast?" It's amazing, So,
My record I think was like 52 minutes. I
mhm,
basically burned an entire commute home when I was working in DC with some guy who wanted to sell me auto insurance.
mhm.
Or it's the extended warranty scam. And my favorite thing to ask him was which car? Is it the blue one or the green one? Because they're always telling you, your car's out of warranty and we're with the
Yeah.
dealer. I'm like, well, which
Yeah.
car? Is it the blue one or the green one? And they, of course, don't know. Uh,
Oh, it is the car with the tires.
yep, the one with
Yeah.
4 wheels.
Uh, I just like
Certainly, if you
pushing
go
the
to a Best Buy and pick up a gift card, I can fix it.
I just like pushing the boundaries and see how ridiculous
Oh,
I can
you're
get
so good
before
at
they
it.
bail.
But you're
Right?
good at it.
No, yeah, you're really good at it. I always show yours to Christina. I was like, "Ooh, ooh, Rob got another one."
I've read more than one of those to Kathleen.
Oh, they're good. So good.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a good way to spend half an hour in the evening every now and again.
well, and it's
Yeah.
nice
I like,
because it's low pressure, right? You can wait. It's
yeah,
text, so you don't have to like give up your
yeah.
time. You just when you're at a
Oh
commercial
no, yeah,
break.
yeah. You have to keep them going. It's timed. Once it's on,
So
it's on.
I don't know if you know, but I was, laid off from Google, and so I was on LinkedIn a
Really?
fair
Are you
amount.
okay?
No, no, it's true. And,
Let's ask
but
Bart about that.
no, no. So I was on LinkedIn doing a lot of crap, and someone tried to pair up with me from what looked like a legitimate venture capital firm that I'd worked with in the past. Um, and the first thing she does, and she's like, "Oh, I just wanted to talk to you about open source," and da, 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 da. It started legit sounding. I'm like, okay. And then she's like, "Do you ever come to blah? We should get together." And then she sends a picture of herself,
Oh no.
and I'm like,
As all
really?
business contacts do.
And I'm
Yep.
like, it's LinkedIn. This is LinkedIn. Are you trying to catfish people on
On LinkedIn?
LinkedIn?
They
So I
absolutely are.
blocked, and I'm like, "Ugh, give me a break. Really?
So
Yep.
Are
all
we
of
safe
those
from nothing?
scammers,
Yeah.
all those scammers I've been talking to and posting
Yeah,
the
yeah.
logs of these last few are all from Instagram. I don't even
Oh,
use
no?
Instagram. I just got an account and pow, these things start coming in like crazy.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
It's
All
pretty
right.
extraordinary
So
how
there's a
bad that
story,
works.
pausing AI will definitely happen.
Oh,
Did
well,
you?
that was just a placeholder that I put up because what is it,
Oh,
Elon
that big
Musk
open
and a whole
letter.
bunch of people. So I was just saying, guys, that's gonna work. We should pause technology.
Well, what's
Mhm.
weird is why would you I don't know. When I read this and I look at they're like, "Hey, someone stop open AI." And it's like the stability AI person. I'm like, "Guys, this seems like kind of funny."
Well,
You
okay, so
know?
some of those people are like, yeah, you guys should definitely pause AI. We
I
ain't
mean,
pausing, but
yeah,
you should.
Joshua is I mean, he's the real deal, you know? I don't know.
I mean, I am of
CEO Getty Images.
right. Yeah,
The
they
person
have a
who's
bias,
currently suing half the people on the list, you know?
right?
Yeah, right.
I have
See, I get the sentiment, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's Pandora's box has been opened.
yeah,
So if you really have those concerns about it, you should take other venues because it's not going to stop. It's
it's
not
too
going to be
late.
paused.
Yeah,
It's
it's
too
like
late. You have
I
to do
know
something
Max
different now.
really well, but and I know why people sign this, and a lot of them have
Yes.
what I consider very good intentions, but I'm like, this is just weird,
It
you
is
know?
weird.
Yes. I
The
agree that probably we aren't ready to use it responsibly, nor
Yeah,
ever
all
going to
right.
be. So
Yeah.
Nope.
uh, here we are.
So every generation of technology kind of rolls out in like half the time as the one before, right? Like not literally, but
Yeah.
kind of. Like it takes decades to get cars but it only took, 5 years or whatever for most of America to get DSL once we crossed some sort of tipping point. And cell phones, like went to having a smartphone in like 3 years. So if this follows the trend, then 2 years from now, this is just embedded into everything in life, right? In
Oh
some
yeah.
way, shape, or form. But the thing that I'll tell you, the first thing that scared me is that I saw somebody was using it to do GitHub commits. And I was like, all right, you gave this thing GitHub commits. So now if it can figure out what it wants, it can just start submitting patches to projects on GitHub. And I got to tell you, man, we're going to live in a crazy world. And I, for one, would like to salute our AI overlords and say, I work with you.
I want to get ahead of it.
I'm with you. I'm on your side.
Yes. Totally willing to sell out the human race. Thank you.
Yep. Not sure about these humans. They're
Have
kind
you
of
met
mean to
most of
me.
them?
They're they're kind of weird. They haven't. I mean, as we talked about earlier, I mean, I don't get along with humans all that well.
No.
Maybe I'm just destined to be a servant for the AI.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Maybe it's grooming you right now.
oh yeah,
Maybe that's it. Right.
it
Oh,
could
they
be.
got Elon Musk on here, so you know it's important.
Yeah,
Right.
leading thinker of our time.
Didn't he fund
Because
OpenAI? Huh.
He was in there in the early days, but they
Yeah.
pushed him out,
Yeah, when he got all weird.
which is
Okay.
weird.
We talked
Uh,
about meatballs, I thought.
I don't know if we talked about meatballs from extinct
no,
mammoths. This is a
Okay.
new
no.
one, I think, Rob. That Rob found.
Yeah. So this company isn't just trying to make beef or chicken. Their hook is we can let you eat anything. This thing was originally they wanted to make dodo, but they couldn't find a viable bit of dodo
Mhm.
to do this. So they found uh, a mostly complete strand of DNA, sequenced it from a mammoth. Whatever spots were empty, they filled up with I think African elephant,
Mhm.
although they're closer to Asiatic, I believe. But anyway,
Oh,
uh, uh, they filled it in with that, and their deal is they are going to eventually let you eat crazy animal meat. Like if you want to eat panda, this is the company that can help you out with that.
I
because
have
they are
to.
sequencing exotic animals' protein strand.
Can I ask the obvious question?
People,
Yeah.
I thought about it too.
Yeah.
Uh, so they don't promote that, but that has to
It
happen. Like
has to, right?
if they are actually successful, there's 100% going to be a place where you could order, probably uh, fat grown human meat. And then I was wondering, I think you would still have the same issue with prions. I'm not exactly sure because I don't know because it's not actual meat. It's just
Hmm.
a semblance of it. So I'm not sure. I assume it would still have the negative health benefit, but
Is it
for sure.
is it vegan?
But no, because it's meat, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
meat
it's grown in a vat, right? It's not
It
requiring.
from
doesn't
an
matter. It's
extinct
meat.
animal. I mean, that's a good. I
Well,
don't think that we have the authority to answer for
No,
all the
we don't, but
vegans.
this is
We
the
should ask
question.
Brandon Routh and the vegan
Brandon
police.
Routh and the vegan police.
Well, it's
uh,
like because there was one of the meat substitutes that started with meat, and then they cultured stuff off it,
yeah.
and then like one of the vegan police groups, they were like, "No, no, no, this came from the original sin of animal cruelty." And it's like, all right.
mm,
And they're like, "Well, what if we did it with a human,
A
cell?
consenting human.
Yeah, a consenting human cell." They're like, well, and I think actually PETA suggested this. It's like you should eat people instead, and they're like, "Yeah, okay,
Sure, long pig, delicious.
yeah." It,
Uh,
it comes down to how you marinate it, I think.
yeah, slow roasted.
Mhm.
This is always the thing that like I feel so bad for the lone vegan engineer Rob on our team for so many years who had to put up with all of our annoying questions. But I've always kind of wondered where the tipping point is between this is animal cruelty and the good outweighs the bad. Like if you can take one chicken and feed 1 billion people, that seems like a pretty good equation on the animal rights thing. Like, sure, it's not your ideal goal, but it seems good, right? I don't understand.
I don't know. I think if your goal isn't that you would be able to feed 1 million people from one chicken, you got to rearrange your goals because that seems a pretty lofty goal, right?
Well, I mean, like if
Pretty
you can
good one.
take if you can take every cell in a chicken and make 100 pounds of meat out of every cell or something ridiculous, then you can feed 1 billion people with just it's the genetic strain or the cells, right? I don't know. I've always wondered where the tipping point is for that because yeah, it's still animal cruelty, but damn, isn't efficient.
Mhm.
So maybe I'm just looking for efficiency in my animal cruelty.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, we've also got the last one on the list. Disney's suing Dwayne,
Not The Rock.
not The Rock Johnson, for $30 million in an illegal streaming case.
Yeah, he put the Bad Batch up or something. What is that?
I think he was just running a pirate server.
No, that's all.
Mm.
I'm sorry, this site sucks. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
the site is garbage. And the only reason that
Yeah.
this story is getting circulated is because it says Dwayne Johnson
Because
in
it's
the
Dwayne
title.
Johnson, and people are like, "The Rock's busted."
Not The
Who busted The
Rock.
Rock?
The Pillow. Dwayne the Pillow Johnson.
Yeah, they want
Dwayne the
their
soft
money back.
underbelly.
They want their money back after Jungle Cruise. They were
Oh,
like, nope,
it's a good thing
our
that thing
bad.
was on Disney Plus for free.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to pay money for that.
Was that a good? I didn't watch it. Did you watch it? Seems
It
like the
is
kind of thing you would have
Yeah,
watched.
it is
it's
bad.
You both watched it? Wait, Rob
uh,
Roseboom watched the Jungle Cruise?
yes, the
What?
whole.
Do you have
Well,
like
it,
some
it took
fan
me. It took
thing
me.
for Emily Blunt or
It
something?
took me 2 days. It took me 2 days to
It's really
complete
Yeah.
the
it.
Edge of Tomorrow of Jungle Cruise movies.
No, because Edge of Tomorrow is good,
Yeah,
All
or at
right.
least or at least entertaining and
It's
watchable.
really the I don't know, something bad of Jungle Cruise movies. Yeah.
it's
It's
the
it's sort of
The
like
Jungle Cruise of Jungle Cruise
like
it's the Jungle
Uncharted,
Cruise.
like a movie that they spent so much money on and is just not good.
Yeah,
And I guess maybe to some extent Wakanda Forever and a lot of the more recent MCU movies. Uh,
Mhm.
Although I still get more pleasure out of a lot of those. I mean, like I still got some joy out of Shazam 2.
Oh yeah.
It's not a great movie, but
Oh,
it's
I
totally
want to
watchable.
see it though. I really liked Shazam one.
I I still haven't managed to get all the way through Avatar. So I'm
I
still working
started
on
it
that.
yesterday. I got like 10 minutes in. I
The
was like,
Way of
ah,
Water.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
I'll watch this
I
later.
have a hard time remembering to think about considering watching it.
Hmm.
yeah.
I'll tell you that movie more than anything is that it's like 3.5 hours long. I was like, that's like 3
That's
movies.
a that's a
That's too
long
many
time.
movies.
Yeah.
It's at least 3 more movies
That's
that
right.
I want to watch. I mean,
Uh,
when I think about all the things that I need to do, spending 3 hours even giving this much
Yeah.
attention
right.
to that nonsense ain't one of them.
Yeah, so I'm only halfway through my second viewing, so I agree with you.
You know what we watched the other day was The Sting,
Sting's good.
yeah, and it turns out where I'm watching, I'm like, "Is that James Earl Jones?" It was his father, but he has the same voice, and he kinda
Really?
looks like him.
Huh.
Yeah, and I was like
I
so
didn't
I look it
realize
up,
James
and
Earl Jones
Christine's
was a
like,
Nepo baby.
"James Earl Jones is a nepo baby, that's right." So,
You heard it here first.
you heard it here first, folks. So, but yeah.
Um,
There was something else that we watched, well, Succession, obviously, and then, when does The Boys come back? Not until July. There's
yeah.
something coming back April 16th that I'm looking forward to.
Picard has continued to be great. I'm enjoying
Yeah,
this. I'm
I'm
officially
gonna
enjoying this
consider
season.
watching the season. So,
I
yeah.
have enjoyed this season tremendously. It is, I'm enjoying it more than Boba Fett. Or not Boba Fett, Mando.
Oh, Barry comes back on the 16th. That's what it is.
Mando's been kind of
So,
spotty
oh yeah.
this season.
Do they still have the baby
Yeah.
Yodas?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That's the problem, right? That what made it good was it was a Western. He was protecting this kid. The kid doesn't
Mhm.
need protection anymore, but he's also not training him. So you're just kind of left in, okay, now it's just you and the sidekick for some reason.
Yeah.
There isn't like an overall story arc that that is interesting to me anymore. It's
yeah.
just his adventures in in getting the Mandalorians a world again.
Right. This
It's not even,
season,
but the way that happens isn't even like he doesn't set out to do it. It just sort of happens now.
yeah, kind of Mary
Yeah.
Susan to his
So
lap.
yeah, it's
This whole season has been the story of the return, the Mandalore, and Bo Katan, and bringing all that back together, and it's fine.
yeah, it's
Uh,
fine. It just isn't as good as it used to be.
I want this to be the story of the lone gunslinger and his wolf cub,
Yeah,
going from place to place, going from Star Wars place to Star Wars place, and having adventures. I don't want the story to be them being supporting
and
characters.
and maybe it's just me. Maybe I didn't like notice it before, but the special effects on Baby Yoda, I'm sorry, Grogu, are awful.
They're hit or miss.
They are really terrible. When they have him bouncing around in the air,
I
I
don't
just
mind.
I'm like,
Well, you remember when Yoda was fighting in one of the prequels
No,
and it was
yes,
that
just
never
like ping
happened.
ponging around? I'm like, this looks stupid.
So here's the
it's
thing:
worse
is that
than that.
yeah,
Oh,
this is the thing. In that they spent
ugh.
billions of dollars to develop computer animation tools in order to animate Yoda bouncing around like a pinball. In this, they took the puppet and threw it.
Yes, like some of it is as good as Mac and Me. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
Some of the special effects with that Baby Yoda puppet are that level.
I don't
They're rough.
actually mind that. I like cheap looking Baby Yoda, but the other characters are very, they're inconsistent because so they had in this week's episode they had Zeb from Rebels show up as a cameo. And I'm assuming that there was a lot of CG on that face. I'm assuming he wasn't wearing an articulated robot mask. And that looked pretty good.
Yeah,
Uh,
I thought so too.
it looked like on par with your feature film, your Thanos kind of like we did a full CG character for
Yep.
2023. But then a lot of the other characters they have no motion to their faces, and it seems a little weird because those characters look like they could have been hanging out in the cantina in 1977. And it's hard for me to kind of see those two things both existing in the same episode. Like the show can't figure out what it wants. I'd rather it all look cheap.
Oh, for sure.
Uh, what else do we have? Oh, Rob, I told you Night of the Creeps was a huge hit.
Sweet.
Everybody agrees that that's like the perfect terrible movie.
Yeah, isn't it? It's fun.
Night of the Creeps.
Oh, Night of the Creeps.
And
there was something else that happened this
Chris,
week.
you suggested Time After Time.
Yeah.
Which I watched yesterday, and I said this in the channel. It had the Joe
It's
Bob
still
bumpers
charming.
from the
Yeah.
90s.
Right?
It was a questionably a sourced version of a very old movie, but it had the commercials from the period in it, and it was fun to watch the old those old segments. I had Kat and I had just had a discussion recently about Mary Steen Burgess and how basically from Back to the Future 3 through like Step Brothers, she plays like a mom character. So and she plays like a mom character for like 25 years. And in this, it was really weird because I don't know that I've ever seen her in a movie where she's acting like she's in her 20s, like a single girl in San Francisco. And it was really just like she's a good actress. She was charming and fun in that movie. I enjoyed it tremendously. This weekend, the Dungeons and Dragons movie comes out.
That's true.
I don't think I'm going to get there today or tomorrow, but I will soon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe by next episode.
There was something in the news yesterday.
The Trump indictment.
Oh yeah, that guy. Was he really president? I mean,
Not only was he president, but you know people who voted for him.
oh yeah, for sure. Um,
Which is the thing that I actually find harder to reconcile.
yeah, I mean,
Like I have to look my family members in the eye like
I mean, I don't think
that's what
he's
you
gonna
think was
spend a day
best?
in jail.
No,
I
of
mean, this
course not.
guy, he's too slippery.
Of course not. Nothing is going to come out of this. This is all
Nothing's gonna
performance
come
art.
out of this. It's all BS. There's no consequences for.
I mean, if Hillary taught us anything by hiding her emails,
Yeah.
there's no consequences.
She hid them on Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yeah, that's right. There's no consequences for the wealthy, the powerful. That's just how it is. That's why we need to pause AI to give it a chance to take over.
I would like Rob to comment on this story in the New York Times. So here's why I think Trump is not going to have any consequences because of nonsense like this getting like huge news. And I'm like,
wow,
okay. So when they
Scroll
say
that up a little.
imagine, was there actual proof they had lips?
There we go. I wanted to get a screenshot.
I just assumed that it was taken for granted that their teeth were set deep inside gums like a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, I mean, they paid this Jack Timisolia guy how much for all this?
I think Jack might be just barred.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, so I went to the science section in the New York Times and it had that story, which I love a good dinosaur story, and it had this one, and I'm like,
when plants cry.
This is why Trump will never go to jail. That's all I'm going to say. Because people spend all their time listening to plants cry. And I'm like, there's plenty of people crying,
Oh, that's sad.
I don't know. Call me a monster, but I like listening to the wails of rotting fruit in my garbage at night. It helps me sleep.
Help me! Help me!
Die, banana! Die!
Turn us into bread! Turn us into bread!
Please!
We're perfect. We're perfect.
We're still easily one day away from totally rotten. And they're down in the garbage disposal with the mammoth meatballs. I was like, you should have eaten us.
Yeah.
We're vegan.
We're vegan, I assure you. All right, that seems a good place to end.
That's right. All right. Goodbye, Chris DeBona.
Take care.
Goodbye, Rob Roseboom.
I just want to say one thing before I go. I'm actually all for this kind of scientific research. I'm just saying. I just thought it was an interesting juxtaposition.
The tears of plants.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead, Rob. You were saying goodbye.
All right. I was Rob Commander Taco Malda. That was Geeks in Space. Our pretend low Earth orbit is the oldest podcast in internet history.
Well, I mean, it is.
It is.
You know?
Kinda.
Kinda.
We'll see you next
The
time when
old
we'll
is
be even
continuous.
older. Bye.